at the top of your screens, and that will mean we are live. So it's in less than a few seconds, it will be shown when the button lights up.
Okay. I think we are already live.
Not yet.
We are live. We are already live. Let's start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of Toastmasters from District 114, which covers the whole of East Africa, from Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi, and other more countries. You are all most welcome. My name is Oben Namohoro. I'm a member of Kigali Bilingual Toastmasters Club here in Kigali, and I'm serving you in District 114 as the TEACON 2026 conference convener. With that being said, I would first excuse myself on behalf of the team. We had some technical issues. We started late, but nevertheless, we are going to continue and hope you are going to enjoy everything tonight. TEACAST is back. If you have not heard of what is TEACAST, if you have heard of what is TEACON and you don't understand what is that, tonight you are going to understand everything. Tonight we are joined together with people who are helping us in these discussions. We have Hannah. Hannah Welkama is a member of Habesha Toastmasters Club in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. She's a HR and marketing professional and also a communication enthusiast. And this year she's serving as the conference convener. Hannah, you're most welcome. You can take the floor and tell us more about the guest we have tonight before we dive in.
Okay, thank you, conference convener Obed, for the nice introduction. So, good evening, everyone. So, welcome to our TEACAST, the first TEACAST of TEACON 2026. So, our guest today is going to be Toastmasters Samroit Mogus. She is the previous conference convener. Samroit has a degree from Addis Ababa University in journalism and tourism management and in tourism management from Italy. She was employed with the government tour company, but later on she started, she moved to entrepreneurial practice and she is involved in diverse businesses. To mention few, she has different companies, and the first one is Travel Ethiopia. This is one of the pioneer organizations in the hospitality industry. The second is Village Ethiopia. The purpose was establishing lodges in different parts of Ethiopia. And the first one is Bilal Lodge, that's located in Afar. The third company is Janjo, where they grow sweet peas and export to the Netherlands, and also vegetables for local consumption. The first one is Samor Flower Farm, which grows flowers and exports to different countries around the globe. So without further ado, let me give this let me pass it to Samroit Mogus to tell us more about her. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hannah. TEACON 2026 convener. I think I don't have to add any more, but I just want to say that I'm involved in Toastmaster quite for a long time. And I'm also a member of Rotary Club. As it is known, Rotary is affiliated also with Toastmasters. I believe in the empowerment of women, and my company, Travel Ethiopia, is the first company to hire female guides. Within the agribusiness, we are also the first company to hire disabled people that are mute and deaf. So 90% are women. This indeed makes me proud in my entrepreneurial journey. Back to you, Hannah.
Thank you, Samri. Obed, you can take it from here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Hannah. Thank you very much, our guest, Samrawit Moges. And if people did not get it, Samrawit Moges was the TEACON 2025 convener that took place in Addis Ababa this year in May. With that, let's dive in. Samrawit, you have a very strong and rich CV. And with that, I would like to ask you this simple question. With all that CV, with all that networks, how did you join Toastmasters? What's your story of joining Toastmasters? What attracted you to Toastmasters? Go through your journey, how you joined Toastmasters before we dive in TEACON content. To you, Samrawit.
One of Rotarian, a female Rotarian named Azib, she was also in the hospitality industry. She was a manager of a hotel. She told me about Toastmaster, and she took me to the Blue Nile Toastmaster. The first day that I attended the meeting was, for me, I was asking myself, where am I? All these people are speaking fluently, eloquently. And when I see myself, I said, oh my God, how will I be able to reach that stage? You know, while I was happy to join the meeting to know Toastmaster, at the same time, I was asking myself where I stand in front of these people. That was my first experience in Toastmaster. But then, by involving myself in taking different assignments within the Toastmaster, I was able to move. And of course, one of the things that we create in Toastmaster is self-confidence. And I build up that important issue in Toastmasters.
That's a wonderful testimony. It's surprising that in Toastmasters, that's where people grow confidence, even though they might have had other great platforms. But Toastmasters makes a clear difference. And thank you very much for sharing that with us. Hannah, how did you join Toastmasters? What about you?
So thank you, Orbit. So before 2018, I've never heard of a Toastmasters. What it do, if it exists or not, anything, never heard of it. But in 2018, I heard about Toastmasters from a colleague. And that colleague was not even a member during that time, but he received an invitation from another Toastmasters member like that, and then attended the first meeting. And right away, the next day, he informed me about it, and he insisted to go together, and so that I can check it on. Even then, I didn't know anything about it. It was not clear. I mean, Toastmasters, I think for most of us before we join, the idea is not clear until we joined and started working on ourselves, our development. So he invited me and we went together and we attended the Addis Ababa Toastmasters meeting. It was, during that time, there were meeting at Samri's office at Travel Ethiopia, because during that time they didn't have a venue. So Samri offered this to Addis Ababa Toastmasters members, and they were meeting there bi-weekly. And I attended, and when I attended, it was amazing. You know, the feeling is so amazing. I had a very, I had a very serious public speaking fear. I know lots of things. I might have different ideas, but I couldn't let myself raise my hand and speak up, be it in the professional career or in the school, anywhere. So that day I went there, and the first time it was so, I was really afraid of taking, and everyone was confidently speaking. Their voice was loud. You can see their confidence and everything. And I say, so if I become a member, I will be like this person. I will be like Summer. I will be like Ashannafi. Oh, no, I'm not going to be like them. But the next time, I also got another invitation. That time was Toastmaster Konjit, and I started going there. I became a member in 2019, I think. Yeah, in 2019, and from there onwards, I still stick to Toastmaster. I still get the benefit out of it, and that's where I am still. Thank you, Opit.
Thank you very much, Hannah, for that testimony. I would agree with you. If a person has not yet joined the Toastmasters meeting, they will never understand what Toastmasters entails or what Toastmasters can do for them. So anyone who might be watching us live or who will watch this and you have not been in a Toastmasters club, please come and test and see how Toastmasters is good and very enjoyable. I have the same experience. I heard of Toastmasters first in 2014 when I joined college, and then I took 4 years to join, and that has been something I regret, to spend 4 years without joining Toastmasters, because the moment I joined, I've never left from that moment. Imagine the impact. I still remember the word of the day of that meeting. That's how impactful Toastmasters was for me. With that being said, let's continue. So in Toastmasters, if you are new to Toastmasters, wherever you are watching us from, Toastmasters is an educational environment that provides supportive and engaging platform for people to develop their communication and public speaking skills that results in self-confidence. So it's a membership-based club. We have clubs which join together and they make what we call areas, and areas combine to make what we call divisions. Divisions combine to make what we call districts. So East African countries, we are in District 114 of Toastmasters International. As I mentioned, when we started, comprises 10 countries, but we have clubs in 6 countries, which is Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda currently. So for each district, they host what we call a district conference. And for District 114, our district conference is named TEACON. It's an annual conference. TEACON means Toastmasters East African Conference. As I told you, Samrawit was the convener for TEACON 2025, and I'm serving as TEACON 2026 convener. So I'm stepping in her footsteps. And Hannah, we're working together as the TEACON co-convener. With that being said, Samrawit, while you were serving as TEACON 2025 convener, tell us about your experience with that role. You may start with what was the most challenging task you had, and maybe what was your highlight from TEACON 2025? Samrawit, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Well, organizing a conference is not an easy task, particularly with the budget. We really wanted to show what Ethiopia offers with regard to the conference, where while we are conducting a Toastmaster a program within Addis, we also want to align it how Addis look, our culture, our hospitality. So when we started it, the good thing is we started it ahead of time. We planned everything. The most important thing that I underline for any conference is having a dedicated team where that team supports each other and comply accordingly to the task assigned. But at some stage, when we think of the fund, it was a very, challenging situation where sometimes I freak out. Where are we going to get that money? How are we going to cover this amount? Because one thing that we have done in order to attract participants, the price we offered was low, a bit low. for anything to do, particularly with the budget that we come up with. So the most important challenge that I would say during this conference was the finance issue. It was very challenging. But what really helped us is the dedicated team that we have and our network. Our network has played a major role in getting us the fund and rolling the program as we wished. So I'm sure you agree that the conference that we conducted this year, May, was very successful. It went well, and we were even able to, to guard some fund aside. So we did not have a constraint in terms of finance. And for this, what really helped us is one, having, having our meetings. We used to have a meeting constantly, whether it is one, two, but most people were present, to be honest, because the team from our end and the other ends in other countries were very, very dedicated. So with the helping each other, as we have a very supportive team where we also have public relation, name it, we have segmented the various parts and align it with the conference, which really helped us, particularly having our, the public relation team active that supports you with the visual aid with pictures makes significant difference. So what I can say is that, as I said, the challenge was the fund, but we really overcome it in a very successful way.
Thank you very much. And I agree with you 100%, even more than 100%. Without a dedicated team, a committed team, nothing might be achieved. And I would have to communicate that Hannah Welcomer, our co-convener next year, was part of your team, and she did a great job as the venue chair. So Hannah, as the venue chair, apart from what she said, did you get any other challenge, or what was one of the highlights for you in overcoming those challenges?
So thank you a bit. So of course, having, those venues, securing those venues was very tough and challenging. I was expected to go and force to lots of hotels in Addis that we think will fit this conference. But those challenges, I don't want to go through all those processes, but, having a team, like having someone to lead the team like Sam writes, because we used her connection, because she's also working on the hospitality industry. We used her connection to our benefit, and she was the backbone of TEACON. Of course, every one of us played a role, but having her really helped me to secure those venues. So I really want to thank again Samri here, and that was the biggest problem for me. And also, as she mentioned, finance was also, budgets was also an issue for us. So even if we like the hotel, even if we like the venue, it might be out of our budget. So what I think is the challenge is that, but what I take from that is, focusing on something that we can afford and try to secure it as fast as possible. That way, the bigger load will be lifted from the team. Securing the venue was crucial. So that really helped us, I think. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. We should not try to reinvent the wheel or try to do what we can't swallow. So yeah, that's a great way to approach this. And with that, with all those struggles, we may start with you, Hannah. Can you share a memorable one of the experience with overcoming all those challenges? Share with us a memorable experience from this TEACON or any other past TEACON that influenced how you approach to leadership and community service. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you a bit. So to share something, I've never attended or I've never been in a team of any other TEACON except this year's TEACON, that's TEACON 2025. So I'll be sharing that experience. So it really reshaped my approach towards the leadership, and I learned that adaptability and taking actions are as just important as the planning and the precision and the programs. It also deepens my commitment to Toastmasters. It showed me that leadership is about creating a space where others can succeed and feel included in that team. And even, that I've seen that in action, even under a lot of pressure. So I really took out that from my TEACON experience. And to add more, and also I've seen that, we usually say lead by example whenever we become a president or a leader in our Toastmasters journey or wherever. But this opportunity really showed me in action, that leading in action by our conference convener, the co-convener, every team in the TEACON 2025 really showed, a great effort, a team effort, and, so that really showed me what really means,
Yeah.
yeah, leading by example. So that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Samrawit, you can go with that question too. How did this past TEACON or any other TEACON has influenced your leadership style and how you approach leadership? Especially that you are a Toastmaster, you're a Rotarian, and you run businesses. How did this impact your leadership approach? To you, Samrawit.
Yeah, thank you. As Hannah said, this is my first experience with TEACON. I haven't attended anywhere else apart from the Ethiopian one. What I have learned is that, one, you need to be expeditious in any decision that you are making. The word procrastination doesn't exist in leadership. Because if you plan to do something, you have to do it. Not tomorrow, not later on. You are the one I was the one who was leading this conference as a convener, and I have to be exemplary in whatever endeavor I am involved. So if we need to have a meeting, we will. I don't remember how many meetings we had, Hannah, in my office, even you and me, leave alone, the virtual meeting that we are conducting every month, later on a bi-weekly. So for me, one, you have to be exemplary, and at the same time, you have to act as swift as possible in any action that you need to be involved. This is my takeaway.
Those are one lifetime insights and nuggets of wisdom, indeed. Especially that all three of us here, we have one thing in common. TEACON 2025 was the first TEACON for all of us. For me, I've been planning to go to TEACON other times, but it was not really possible for me. But I said, I would just cancel the plan at the last minute, and then when it came to TEACON 2025 in Addis, I had to commit months and months, even lessons that anyone who attended TEACON can get from there in their leadership journey is that you should be committed, and what you are committed to do, go and do it. So no procrastination, have a clear plan. But as Hannah said, if no matter how much you're going to plan, always leave a room for adaptability, because when you don't get adaptable, things are going to be hard on your side. Yeah. And people who are watching us, this TEACAST we are going to have so many editions that will be preparing us for TEACON 2026. As Samuel said, it's better to start earlier as possible. So that's why we're doing it, even though the event is next year in May. The TEACON 2026 is going to be hosted in Kigali, so it's time for Rwanda and Rwandans and Toastmasters in Rwanda to host it. It shall be hosted on May 15th to May 17th. The venue is about to be confirmed in a few days, so keep in touch with us and you will get all the information. With that being said, the ticket to participate in TEACON 2026 has already been announced. Wherever you are, I would like you to have some drum rolls, because I'm going to communicate that so you can start saving and so you don't miss. Another thing I'm telling you, when I joined TEACON 2025, when you join TEACON for the first time, you have a double feeling. You will enjoy the moment, but you will regret the other TEACONs you never attended. So if this 2026 is going to be your first, so make sure you don't miss, because when you miss, you not get rid of the fear of missing out. With that being said, the early bird ticket has been announced, has been confirmed. We are going to be paying $120 to join TEACON 2026. And this early ticket has a deadline, which is the 31st of December 2025. More details will be shared on that. We are going to share a link where you will be able to register, and then also by registering, you pay from your card the amount of the early bird ticket. As I said that we have Toastmasters Club in all countries, in all the 6 countries. I, the convener, and Hannah, the co-convener, we can't reach out to everyone. We can't respond to everyone on the time. So we have a team, a dedicated team of people on the ground who can give you all the information, who can help you when you need more information about TEACON 26. These people, they are called the TEACON country representatives, and I'm going to list their names and the countries and their clubs, so you can reach out to them and they give you more information. So for Toastmasters in Rwanda, as the host country, our country representative is none other than Joshua Harry. He is a member of Trace Toastmasters in Kigali, so you can reach out to him and get more information. People from Burundi, we have Aheri Gahimbare. She's a member of Bujumbura Bilingual Toastmasters Club. She was the IPP, the immediate past president of the club. I expect any Toastmaster from Burundi to be knowing her. She will give you more information. People from Ethiopia, we have Bethlehem Tadese. She is the vice president of education of LIPH Toastmasters Club. When you reach out to her, she can give you all the information that you need. People from Kenya, we have Mine Maina from Watabaruku Toastmasters Club. Mine Maina, she's working with Messi Chege, and they'll be able to provide all the information that you need. Tanzania, we have Leah Minja. Leah Minja, she's a member of Dar Toastmasters Club, and from her you can get all the information that you need. People from Uganda, we have Dorothy Okoboy. She's also working with the Division C team. So when you reach out to her, she will help you with everything. If you are following us and you are not in those countries I've mentioned and you would like to join us, you have someone you can reach out to. You can either reach out to me or Hannah, but you can also reach out to Carol Warugongo, DTM. She's from Simba Toastmasters Club in Nairobi, but she's going to serve as the marketing chair and the contact person for anyone from any other international country or any other country which is out of the scope of District 114. With that being said, it's better that every one of us will keep in touch with these people, and so that you don't miss out and you don't miss out on the preparations going for TEACON 2026. Hannah, before we continue, do you have any other thing you can communicate on the team that can help people going onward forward?
I think you said everything that's needed to be transmitted. So yeah, I don't have anything to add on that. Thank you, Obed.
Yes. Perfect. So as I asked earlier, what was one of the highlights of TEACON 2026? You may touch on that as you are going forward. What was your highlight of TEACON in itself, one of the sessions? But before I ask you the next question, one of my highlight moments was the contests and also the DTM parade. The contests, I realized how people have really improved, how people are on another level. It was a challenge for me to grow so that I can also improve my public speaking skills in all ways, in well-balanced ways. And the DTM parade, I've been saying that I'll be a DTM for 2 years or almost 4 years. I've been saying for 3 years, but the DTM parade told me, you see, no more procrastination. The more procrastination you have, the more you are missing. With mentioning what was the highlight of your timing during TEACON 2025, Hannah, I would like to ask you, what key elements do you think we should focus on to ensure that TEACON 26 leaves a lasting impact on all attendees?
Thank you, Obed. So this is a very great question. For me, each and every part of the preparation is crucial, and every, be it a small or the bigger program or whatever will be combined and create the TEACON that we are looking for or the TEACON that we wish to have. So for me, every part is as crucial, equally crucial. So be it the contest, be it the program, be it the venue, be it the arrangement, be it the fun, the added thing. Like for instance, in Ethiopia, we added the Ethiopian night. So that really plays a great role. It's really impacted people. It really gave them, something to take over. And then everyone was talking about TEACON for so long, even after 2 or 3 months. So for me, every part of the TEACON preparation is crucial, and we have to give equal importance to it. We shouldn't neglect anything, or we shouldn't neglect anything or give a lesser value to something and give a higher value to the other thing, because that's what makes TEACON a TEACON. And so in order to have a successful TEACON, we have to give each and every issue, each and every program, each and every preparation equal amount of attention. So that's what I think that will succeed or will give us a successful TEACON and a memorable TEACON. So I say give equal opportunity, give equal effort, give it equal hard work to everything towards getting a successful TEACON. If I answered that, that's it, Obed, or if I'm not.
I mean, you are right. Every part of it matters, and every part is equally crucial. Every part we went not well planned on or worked on, it might affect every impact. And this speaks to everyone who is going to attend. That's how TEACON is a great opportunity of an event to attend, because every part is really a highlight. That's what I would say, take from your words, Hannah. Summarize it as this year's TEACON 2025 convener. You will be saying this as to us mainly and everyone else as people who are stepping in your footsteps as we prepare the next TEACON. What were the highlights of TEACON? Everything was good, I understand and I agree. But what was the highlight part of TEACON 2025? And what key elements should we focus on to ensure that TEACON 2026 leaves a lasting impact for our attendees? To you, Samrawit.
Thank you, Ovid. When we prepared the program, we came up with two very important guests for the event. The conference as a Toastmaster followed the same routine as any TEACON conference. But for me, the highlight was there were two very important issues that took place. It was only very few people that were aware about this guest who was going to come to the conference. I was communicating with him over the phone, and when he told me that he arrived at the hotel, I went out, received him. Nobody knows in that hall who is going to join the meeting. When we enter the hall with Haile Gebrselassie, athlete Haile Gebrselassie, the runner, remember how excited the participants were. And that was a surprise. Haile is an athlete very well known in the entire world, but at the same time, for us, for Africans, he is an icon, a figure. And the speech he gave us about time is very much related to Toastmaster, because time is a very important issue in Toastmasters. And imagine everybody would like to take picture with him. It was a very, very exciting moment for me. And the other guest speaker was also Zamadina, who tried to show various issues within that short moment, and he really engaged the audience. What I can say about this thing is, for the next TEACON, come up with such kind of thing. When we invite speakers, those speakers need to, to be part of the audience. They have to engage the audience. So I think selecting guest speakers, I believe it is a very, very important issue. And at the same time, like Hannah said, at some point, all the musicians, when they were at the Ethiopian restaurant, I was watching, because all the dancers were at the back, and that stage was filled mainly with the Toastmasters. And, we were watching and seeing how people were enjoying themselves in that music. For me, these two issues were the highlight of the TEACON 2025.
That's true, and I agree with you. So I'm having some kind of good memory of those events. Yes, the keynote speakers, oh my goodness. If you miss them, I don't know. People, we met a world record holder in marathon running. So those are the kind of people you meet once in a lifetime, and
Right.
you meet them in TEACON. So when you miss TEACON, imagine such kind of opportunities we are missing. So everyone plan to not miss. And we are sure going to work on that so that guest speakers should be people that we look up to, and also people who can relate and engage the audience, who have something really to contribute so that people feel they are really enjoyed. And also, part of TEACON, joy is everywhere, dancing. We are celebrating what we've achieved. So we had a great time at Yoda Abyssinia during the Ethiopian Cultural Night. We tried everything and it was very wonderful. I think we need to find more time. If we were to talk about all the highlights in TEACON 2025 or any other TEACON, we could not get all the time unless we would have all the time in the world. And unfortunately, we don't. With that being said, we have people who are following us from YouTube. I've seen Elizabeth Owino, who said, wow, that is great, Samrawit. I think she was mentioning of one of the things you said during your speeches, and I think that might be the leadership lessons you got from the last TEACON. We have Green Realtors, and I think this is Ahma, who said great interactions were done obeyed. And before we continue with that, Elizabeth Owino is helping us with the speech protocol. She's the contest protocol chair. So she's making sure that the contest will be the best during TEACON 2026. And Ahma Kwitonda, he is the logistics chair. So he's doing all with his team that the logistics, the accommodations, and the transport during TEACON 2026 will be flawless and smoothly. Thank you very much, Regina Bergen, who commented, good job. I'm not so sure where Regina is testing us from, but Regina, you can go on and comment on that. And seemingly there's no question or inquiry from the people who are following us from YouTube Live. And with that being said, if we get one, we ask it. If we don't get it, it means everything was perfect and very wonderful. And with that, the last question before we go out, we conclude this session. How can TEACON 2026 serve as a platform for fostering leadership development across both Toastmasters and Rotary, especially from you, Samrawit, who is both a member of Rotary and Toastmasters, and any other community club that we have in our areas? How can TEACON 2026 serve as a platform for fostering leadership development and community involvement? To you, Samrawit.
Thank you very much. We in Addis Ababa Toastmaster, we have, for example, demonstrated the Toastmaster meeting for the Rotary members so that they join us. One thing, what we really need to do is create awareness, particularly with Rotary, because Rotary is affiliated with Toastmaster. If you see the structure of Rotary and the structure of Toastmaster, it's very much aligned. Of course, Rotary is 120 years old, and it is involved mainly in providing services. However, we can have as many Toastmaster clubs as possible, particularly with the young people that is called Rotaracts. They need it for their profession. They need it for their daily activities. Through Rotary, we can branch out in, making advertisement about TEACON 2026. However, starting early, planning it, creating awareness through Toastmaster meeting demo will definitely allow TEACON 2026 to be known. And, you know, like Hannah, to come to the Rotary clubs, particularly when there is a joint meeting, to introduce what TEACON is all about, in particular about trying to make a promotion about TEACON 2026. Rotary, this year, the good thing is last year, the date of the meeting of Rotary and Toastmaster was on the same date. And many of the Toastmasters or the Rotarians were not able to attend TEACON. But the good thing is it's way apart, that TEACON and Rotary meeting is totally in different calendar. So this definitely will allow TEACON to be known and participants to take part in Kigali. Back to you.
Thank you very much. What I got from you is that we need to create awareness and also have partnerships. When we have partnerships, we can impact the leadership development of our partners, and also they can support us in sponsorships and advertisements of TEACON. Thank you very much, Samrawit. And on our YouTube live, Elizabeth Owino said, "Yeah, I'm glad to be in Rwanda at such time like this." That's how committed she is, and she's looking toward TEACON 2026. Hannah, you can respond to that question too. In regards to TEACON 2026, how can it serve as a platform for fostering leadership development across Toastmasters and any other community club that people belong to?
Thank you, Obid. So excellent question. So before I move to TEACON 2026, TEACON 2025 create awareness, and motivated members of a Toastmasters to join, the leadership community, wanted to serve as a club president, and participate in the district's leadership positions and all. That is the impact of TEACON 2025. Because most of my club members and other sister club members was asking me my experience, how I got the information, how they can participate in the next TEACON also. So I say that TEACON 2026, as much as the previous TEACON created, it will create an awareness. It will bring members to the leadership position. It will motivate them. It will act as a push factor for them to come to the leadership position. It will, acknowledge also. It will also help them to acknowledge the purpose of a TEACON that's represents the Toastmasters context. It also, connects the leadership developments of Toastmasters members and the district's 114 members. So I say it will definitely, bring out the motivation, bring out the people's, intention towards growing in their development, in their leadership skills. So that's what I expect TEACON 2026 to create for the future. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Hannah. And I think this speaks back to what you said earlier, that TEACON is a space where, like during TEACON, a space is created for people to serve and participate. And for anyone hearing us, watching us from anywhere, or from one of the countries in East Africa, I have a mentor who told me the best speaker is the one who speaks. So the best leader in this case is the one who leads. And there's no better opportunity like TEACON where you can demonstrate your leadership skills. Please, you can ask the people who communicated earlier, the country representatives, they need help. They need people to support them. So as you go with them, you will be helped. And if you have an organization, a community club that is willing to have partnership with Toastmasters, especially during TEACON, you are most welcome. You can reach out either to me or to Hannah on the social media of District 114 District. You go to LinkedIn, District 114 Toastmasters. When you contact that account, you can reach out to us and we work together. Because through TEACON, everyone gains more. With that being said, there is no other comment, but we've had people in tens. I've seen 15 people watching us from live, and more other people are going to see this discussion. Thank you, everyone who joined us. Thank you very much, Samrawit, who joined us, and you gave us the experience as the TEACON 2025 convener. Thank you very much, Hannah, who you contributed during the last TEACON, and you said it is not enough. You are going to also to be ahead at the top as we prepare for the TEACON 2026. It was a great honor to join us tonight. With that being said, we saw that TEACON, as we recap, TEACON is the best opportunity for us to come and celebrate what we have achieved as a Toastmasters in District 114 in East Africa, but also it's a moment for us to learn more things and practice our leadership, because with practicing, that's when we become better. With that, I'd like to ask Samrawit, do you have any closing remarks? Anything, if people who will be watching this and who is watching this forgets everything, what should they not forget? If someone forgets everything, what should they forget about TEACON, especially TEACON as we go for TEACON 2026? To you, Samrawit, as we close.
It is my strong belief that each and every Toastmaster needs to be part of TEACON, because TEACON is a platform where you learn various skills. Yes, we do meet bi-weekly on regular Toastmaster clubs to improve our leadership, listening skill, and public speech. But with TEACON, the learning process is totally different. This is a community where you will be able to put the face and the name together. Maybe you meet virtually, and you create that connection among these various African countries on East Africa. So TEACON 2026 should not be missed. It's in Kigali, in a country where you'll be able also to visit attractions. And Kigali is also an exemplary city for many African countries, and TEACON 2026 should not be missed.
Thank you very much, everyone. You've heard it. You should be participative in TEACON 2026, and you should not miss. That's from Samrawit, the TEACON 2025 convener. For sure, I saw a social media post that said, if you want to have a glimpse of the future, visit Rwanda and visit Kigali. So that's what she was actually saying when she said you should not miss TEACON 2026. To you, Hannah, if everyone forgets whatever has been said in this meeting, this discussion, what should they not forget?
Thank you, Obed. I think Summary said it all, but I would like also to give emphasis on that. TEACON 2026 is something that every one of us should attend. We should not miss, because I know lots of Toastmaster members, especially from Ethiopia, regretted missing TEACON 2025, and they were promising and was planning to attend to not miss the next TEACON. So this is the time to start saving so that we will not, give an excuse, on, on the budget or the plane ticket. There are ways. So if we start saving, we will be able to attend TEACON 2026. So make sure that you attend TEACON 2026. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hannah. There is no room for excuses for TEACON 2026. Start saving, start planning from now on. And no one should miss, and everyone should participate. On my side, if you forget anything that has been said here, remember these 3 words: rise, shine, and thrive. This is the theme of TEACON 2026. As you think about it, think about those 3 words. It will be an opportunity for you to rise. It will be an opportunity for you to shine. It will be an opportunity for you to thrive. With all that being said, thank you very much, Hannah, to have contributed to this discussion. Thank you very much, Samra with Moges, to have contributed to this. I would like to thank Baron Ochora, the PR manager of the District 114, who have helped us with the technical challenges we had, but with his skills and support, we managed to have this wonderful discussion. With that being said, you can expect TEACAST. Next episodes will be on the TEACAST will be always hosted on the last Thursdays of each month, and the next TEACON is then supposed to be, let me check the calendar, that will be on 27th of November. So as you plan that on 27th of November, you are going to be on this platform with us and hear more what you have more in stock for you. We have a lot. This was just a beginning. This was just the starting. More is coming, and it is better than today. Thank you very much. Until next time, see you all.